On Global TV News Prime, Academic Staff Union of Universities gives federal government 21-day strike notice. In business, crude oil sales in Naira to Dangote others begin October 1. On the foreign scene, protest widening over Indian doctor's rape murder. And in sports, Thierry Henry resigns as France under-21 manager. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Prime on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Uyi Agumofwebe. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Nightcomsat with these parameters showing on your screen. Tonight, we'll begin by telling you President Bola Tinubu has approved a request by the Nigeria National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, to utilize the 2023 final dividends due to the Federation to pay for petrol subsidy. The President also reportedly approved the suspension of the payment of 2024 interim dividends to the Federation in order to augment NNPC Limited's cash flow. This development, it is believed, will make it impossible for the National Oil Company to remit taxes and royalties to the Federation account for now, given what it called subsidy shortfall and foreign exchange differential. Vice President Kashim Shettima has charged heads of departments and agencies under the supervision of the State House to be guided by extant laws as they prepare for the 2025 budgets of their organizations. These formed part of preparations for the issuance of the call circular for the commencement of the 2025 budget exercise, as the State House management and heads of government agencies under its supervision held a one-day retreat at the weekend in Abuja. He emphasized the importance of adhering to the set objectives initiated by the State House management, particularly in institutionalizing e-governance to improve operations. Benue State Governor Hyacinth Alia says providing digital infrastructure will pave the way for technology advancement in the state. The governor said this when he toured the Galaxy Backbone's Uptime Certified Tier 3 Data Center, Security Operations Center, and Network Operations Center in Abuja. Governor Alia noted that Galaxy Backbone's collaboration with Benue Digital Infrastructure Company is set to enhance the state's digital landscape, providing the technological backbone required for effective governance, economic growth, and improved public services. Meanwhile, Benue State government has embarked on a comprehensive renovation and upgrade of Upper Aku Stadium. The project, which is valued at billions of naira, is aimed at transforming the stadium into an international standard sports complex. The state governor Hyacinth Alia expressed his optimism that the revitalized stadium will help reclaim Benue's former glory in sports, particularly football. Global Television's correspondent Aisha Larry Musa was there and now brings us more.
The Aperaku Stadium, originally initiated by the Second Republic civilian governor Aperaku, is a multi-purpose sports complex with facilities that include football fields, basketball courts, athletic tracks, and tennis courts, among others. With a seating capacity of 20,000, it has hosted several notable events, including the finals of the prestigious FA Cup, now known as the Federation Cup. Governor Hyacinth Alia, speaking on the renovation efforts, emphasized his administration's commitment to transform Benue State into a hub of sports activities in Nigeria. He highlighted that the upgraded stadium will not only boost the state's revenue and engage the youth in sports, but also serve as a unifying force for the state.
Football is very unitive. And if I need anything in this state, I need unity. I need unity from all segments. In all families, once it comes to football in Benue, everybody comes out.
The State Commissioner for Youth Sports and Creativity, Tekimbe Ekenge, noted that the stadium has long been in a state of disrepair, depriving young athletes of the opportunity to hone their talents. He expressed confidence that the phased renovation will yield significant benefits for the state's sports development.
For economic gains as well, if we have hosting rights to competitions like CAF, FIFA, you know that it's going to turn around the economic fortunes of the state, because anytime there's a game that is supposed to be played here, tickets will be bought, hotels will be booked, food will be sold. So a whole lot of this, a chain of activities, and it's going to help the state so much.
Ebi Egbe, the contractor in charge of the renovation, assured that his team is working tirelessly to meet the completion deadline set for before the next Premier League season. He detailed the planned upgrades which will align the stadium's facilities with FIFA and CAF standards.
We're constructing not just the pitch, we're also doing the athletic track, triple jump area, complete seat, total revamping of the stadium to meet FIFA and CAF standards.
Upon completion in 2 months, it is anticipated that not only will the lobbyists and sports enthusiasts return to the stadium, but Benue State may also secure the rights to host international sporting events. From Makodi, Aisha Lare Musa reporting for Global Television.
Thank you so very much, Aisha, for that report from Benue State. Ahead of September 2021 Edo off-cycle election, the chairman of Independent Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, says the printing and distribution of permanent voter cards to its Benin office will be ready for collection from Thursday, 22nd August 2024. Yakubu made this known while addressing the state resident electoral commissioners. Edikon Michael has details.
As part of their consultative meeting with stakeholders ahead of Edo Ondo elections, the Independent National Electoral Commission Chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, stressed on the commitment over cards collections as part of preparations for the Edo State Governorship election. He says comprehensive electoral register will be issued to political parties in their fulfillment for the election.
I am glad to report that all the cards have been printed and delivered to our office in Benin City. From there, they have been handed over to our electoral officers for collection by voters. To ensure a seamless process, the cards will be available for collection in all the 192 wards in the state where the last voter registration took place. And these cards will be made available at RA level from Thursday, 22nd August 2024 to Monday, 26th August 2024.
Speaking on the election, the chairman assured voters of availability of voters' cards and scheduled activities for the November election, adding that the Commission's priority is on both states.
The Commission is working on the schedule for collection of PVCs in Ondo State. Our attention is focused on Edo State at the moment because the election is holding next month. I want to assure the electorate in Ondo State that action is being taken in respect of the availability of their PVCs for the governorship election holding in November this year.
The meeting with electoral commissioners is also aimed at reviewing the pending by-elections to fill 7 vacancies in the national and state assemblies across 6 states of the Federation. Edikan Michael for Global TV News.
Your reports is deeply appreciated, Edikan Michael. Countries across the globe have set aside Monday, 19 August 2024 in commemoration of the World Humanitarian Day. The agency said that 2023 was the deadliest year for humanitarian workers than ever recorded previously. A release on the United Nations website indicated that 2024 is potentially shaping up to be even more perilous. In a related development, the federal government has raised concerns over the increasing number of attacks on humanitarian workers across Nigeria, calling for urgent measures to protect those working in conflict zones. The Federal Commissioner of the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons, Tijani Ahmed, who spoke at a press conference in Abuja to mark World Humanitarian Day 2024, revealed a disturbing rise in the frequency and severity of attacks on aid workers. The federal government has mandated all higher institutions in the country to regularly submit their matriculation list to the Federal Ministry of Education no later than 3 months after matriculation ceremonies. The list, according to the government, must be submitted through the dedicated channel of the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB. The initiative is one of the recommendations made by a committee set up by the federal government to combat fake degree mills or racketeers in the country. You're watching News Prime, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja, on Global Television. When News Prime returns, Global TV business correspondent tracks a fuel scarcity situation in Abuja. We have those details and more for you right after this break. Please stay with us. This is Global Television, bringing you a live broadcast of News Prime with Thuyi Agbofuegbe. Thank you for your time with us. And now let's turn to business. Fuel scarcity has once again hit the capital city, Abuja, causing long queues and frustrating residents. As commuters scramble to fill their tanks, the disparity in fuel prices across different filling stations is adding to consumers' woes. Queen Agaba has more.
Reporting from one of the busiest fuel stations here in Abuja, what can be seen is a common sight these days with endless lines of vehicles waiting for hours just to get a few liters of fuel. The situation has become critical with NNPC outlets selling fuel at 617 naira per litre, while other stations sell over 700 naira.
Along this line now, you have people selling even 1,000 per litre. There is no fuel. We are here not because we can't go and queue there, but they don't even open. In their signboard, 1,000.
Sincere apologies for that mix-up with that report. But let's turn to other stories for you tonight. The National Emergency Management Agency says it has delivered 1,528.2 metric tons of assorted grains to support the locals in Jigawa State. In a statement posted on X, the agency noted that the distribution was approved by President Bola Tinubu and managed by the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security for allocation to vulnerable Nigerians across the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory. The statement says the distribution is from the 42,000 metric tons of assorted food commodities from the National Strategic Reserve. The federal government has disclosed that sales of crude oil to Dangote Refinery and other local refineries will commence October 1, 2024. Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edu, made the announcement during a meeting with the Implementation Committee in Abuja. According to a post on the official X page of the Finance Ministry, the meeting was to review progress on key initiatives. The new Director General of the Infrastructure Concession Regulatory Commission, Jobson Ewalefo, has vowed to streamline public-private partnership processes to accelerate infrastructure development, bridge the attendant gaps, and stimulate economic growth. He said that public-private partnerships are vital for advancing development across all sectors and need strategic procedures and crucial steps to improve their delivery, considering Nigeria's facility gaps. Ewalefo also promised that the Commission would, within the ambit of the law, resolve all encumbrances that hamper the execution of projects, so long as such projects are bankable and viable, important to the Nigerian people, and deliver value for money. On the foreign scene, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit Ukraine. The Foreign Ministry has said weeks after Kiev had condemned him for hugging President Vladimir Putin during a visit to traditional ally Russia. New Delhi's Foreign Ministry did not give a date for the visits to Poland and Ukraine, but Indian media reports suggest it will occur later this week. In the meantime, thousands of outraged Indian protesters, including arch-rival football fans and lawyers, have called for justice after the rape and murder of a doctor as widespread strikes by healthcare workers entered a second week. The discovery of the 31-year-old doctor's bloodied body at a state-run hospital in the eastern city of Kolkata on August 9 had sparked medical strikes and protests across India, channeling anger at the chronic issue of violence against women. Away from Asia now, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is in Israel to push for a Gaza truce, saying ongoing negotiations were maybe the last chance to reach an agreement to end the war. Herzog, who holds a largely ceremonial role, says Israelis wanted to, as soon as possible, hostages still held in Gaza since October 7 attack that triggered the war. And now let's get some excitement out of sports. The Controller General of the Nigeria Customs Service, Adewale Adeniyi, has hosted Team Nigeria wrestlers at the just concluded Paris Olympic Games while commending them for their patriotism and strong representation of the country for reaching the semi-finals and quarter-finals. During an event in Abuja where he hosted the athletes and their officials, Adeniyi expressed confidence that with the right support and environment, the wrestlers will soon return to medal-winning form. He emphasized that the celebration of their efforts, despite the lack of medals, serve as an inspiration for young athletes, demonstrating that the Federation and the country value the dedication and hard work invested in every endeavor, regardless of their outcome. Thierry Henry has officially resigned from his position as head coach of the France Under-21 national team. The announcement made by the French Football Federation confirmed that Henry's departure was due to personal reasons. Renowned football journalist Fabrizio Romano also reported the news, stating that Henry had decided to terminate his contract with the team. Romano noted that the reasons for Henry's decision were described as personal. As we end Global Television News Prime, let's take a quick look at some of our top stories. Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, has issued federal government 21-day strike notice. In business, crude oil sales in Naira to Dangote and other local refineries have been scheduled to commence October 1. On the foreign scene, protests have widened over Indian doctor's rape and subsequent murder. And finally, in sports, Thierry Henry has resigned as France Under-21 manager. And that's it on News Prime, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. Just a quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365, Star Times channel 276, and free to air on Nightcomsat and its parameters are showing on your screen. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using our Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. I am Uyi Agmofwegbe. On behalf of the entire production team here at Global Television in Abuja, Nigeria's capital, we say thank you for spending a part of your time with us. I'll see you again.